Right. Let's do this. There we go. Brighten it so you can see it easier. Flip it so it's facing the right direction. There we go. Okay. Hey there, everyone. Dr. Beth Westie here. And I wanted to talk about how to stop hormonal headaches. These are just a few things to look into. When you're looking at getting a headache, I mean, in terms of the word headache, there can be over 300 different reasons why you would get a headache. Sort of can be tough to narrow down that list, right? The causes of it. But when we're looking at headaches related to your hormones, related to your cycle, related to hormonal shifts, stress, things like that, it all can impact. A lot of gals will get a headache, in the few days leading up to when their cycle starts around ovulation, or a lot of gals will actually get headaches when they are, going through perimenopause and hormone changes in that stage of life. Yeah, not fun, not fun at all. So here's a list of things to look at and go through and really just kind of dive into. Now, if you are wanting to work on this, have been having issues with this, I'm going to put a link right here in the comments for the 12-week challenge. This is the waitlist, our waitlist. You only get the registration link by joining the waitlist. So that is the only way to jump on board and work on your hormones. So make sure you're getting on that waitlist there in the comments, because we usually fill about 24 hours after the registration link gets released. So stopping hormonal headaches. First thing is make sure you're hydrating. In my book, The Female Fat Solution, and the Female Menopause Solution, right? If you have a cycle, don't have a cycle, right? I talk about how to, again, we'll talk about this eating for your cycle, but I also talk about hydrating for your cycle. Making sure you're getting enough minerals. Your body shifts and changes throughout the month. Your hormonal needs change, meaning you have to hydrate differently. You have to get a different amount of minerals. That can lead to a headache. So yes, there's a lot of other things going into it, but a lot of times it can alleviate some of those symptoms or decrease the intensity of it by having some minerals there. Also look at getting some body work done. Make sure you're getting adjusted. Make sure you're getting a massage. Make sure you're getting some acupuncture regularly. It's really hard if you know you get a headache on day 25 of your cycle, like it's bad, it takes you out, it's like intense. If you're waiting until day 25 to do something about it, right? Start working on this beforehand. Go get work done a week before. That's what's going to help your system, with that hormonal imbalance, right? And get this work done routinely, get it done regularly. That's where you get the most benefit. Not just like once randomly and be like, oh yeah, I got adjusted that one time. It didn't really help my hormonal headache. No. It's a maintenance thing to do to make sure your system can really process things the best to have a decrease on headaches. There's a whole thing. If you want me to go into the science behind some of this, I absolutely can. But these therapies are so valuable for your hormones. So if you guys want me to talk about, I absolutely can. Just put it in the comments or send me a message like, hey, do a whole video on this. Totally can. Yeah. Make sure you're increasing your proteins and your greens. Again, you're going to need more nutrient and everything else. Without that, you can get a headache because you are decreasing your nutrient level. Eating for your cycle, which again, I talk about in my books here, which are on Amazon, but I also teach you how to do this in the 12-week challenge. So that is where that wait list is, right there below. Tinctures for your cycle. If you're like, what does that mean? Oh, when your body's having a hard time regulating and processing your hormones, you need help and support doing that. That's where I created these tinctures for estrogen and progesterone. So days 1 through 14 of your cycle, days 15 through 28 of your cycle, just take a dropper full under your tongue. There you go. That's how your body and system can regulate. Really, really easy. So this can help alleviate that headache, because a lot of times that headache can come on because your system's having a hard time with the hormone level. It's like you get hit by a truck. This helps a ton with that. That's why these things are so fantastic. Seed cycling. Seed cycling, if you are not familiar with seed cycling, I talk about this in the 12-week challenge as well, making sure you're getting seeds at different times of the month. Pumpkin and flax seed, this is days 1 through 14 of the cycle again. Again, making sure you're supporting your system. These help process estrogens at a good level. That's why they're so valuable. And then when we talk about days 15 through 28 of the cycle, sesame and sunflower seeds, again, just a tablespoon of each, grind them, put them in something, whatever, just get it in your body. That's seed cycling. And then also doing things like when you're having that headache, Epsom salt baths, essential oils, things like that. These are things that you can do. A lot of this you'll realize is not in the moment, No, this is making sure that you are addressing this issue sort of all month long. You're prepping your system for this because once that headache onsets, and if it's a hormonal headache, it can be really tough to catch up to it, right? There are other headaches that you can get where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired and my eyes are just strained. I need to close my eyes for a few minutes, take a little nap, hydrate, eat something, right? You can do stretch things out. Oh, that's so much better. That's alleviating my headache. Do some pressure points. Like, oh, that's better. Yes, okay. But if it's a real hormonal headache, once it starts, it's really hard to catch up to it. So that's why so much of this is prepping before it even starts. Yeah. And then once it actually starts, an Epsom salt bath, using some essential oils. Peppermint is very soothing for a headache. You can put it on your temples, base of your skull, also lavender, just a few right there to try out. The last thing here I said is to get a Dutch test. And again, these are things that you get in the 12-week challenge. It comes with a Dutch test for you. So you get your hormones tested. What is going on in your body that's causing this issue? Where is the imbalance? Where is it? How do your adrenals play into this? How do your stress levels play into this? Once we know that, we can target it. And that is literally one of the most efficient ways of making sure that your hormonal headaches do not return. Yeah. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. Let me know if you have any other questions, if you want me to address anything else. Otherwise, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you later.